Hi, I'm Travis, 33, and last Tuesday, I found out my fiancée Bethany had cheated on me, via a polygraph test she demanded I take to prove my loyalty. She posted it publicly. Loud and proud. Making my man take a polygraph test before our wedding. If he really loves me and has nothing to hide, he should have no problem proving it. I stared at that Instagram post like it had personally slapped me. 4 months to our wedding. Deposits paid. Invitations ordered. And this woman I was supposed to spend my life with, was using a photo of us as a promotional graphic for Trust but Verify Bride Edition. That was the moment I decided, fine. She wants a polygraph test? She can take one first. Bethany was at her weekly wine night with her friend Krista when I saw the post. I screenshotted it, texted her. We need to talk when you get home. She replied almost instantly. About what? The test? Babe, it's just smart. My cousin did it with her husband, and it gave them peace of mind. My thumbs hovered over the keyboard. This wasn't about peace of mind. This was about public performance. She didn't talk to me. She just posted it like it was a bridal rite of passage. I typed. You didn't ask me. You just announced it publicly. Because I knew you'd overthink it. She shot back. If you have nothing to hide, what's the problem? So I replied. You first. 3 dots. Disappear. Reappear. What? If we're doing this, we both take one. You want transparency? Let's be transparent. That's ridiculous. I'm not the one who needs to prove anything. Why not? If you have nothing to hide, what's the problem? No response. 20 minutes later, she wrote. We'll talk when I get home. She came in around 11, already on edge. I can't believe you're making this about me, she said. I just held up my phone. You made it public without asking. If you want polygraphs, we both take them. Equal transparency. Her face twisted. That's not fair. I'm the one who suggested it. And I'm agreeing, with the condition that you go first. Prove you have nothing to hide. Red. Full-on red. This is typical controlling behavior, Travis. I'm trying to protect our marriage, and you're turning it into some power play. I stared at her. I'm not controlling anything. I'm matching your energy. You want tests? We both take them. I don't need to take one. Why not? Silence. Then, because I'm not the one with trust issues. You demanded I take a test to prove I'm faithful. That's not trust. That's suspicion. So we both take them. She grabbed her purse. I'm staying at Krista's tonight. Maybe you'll be more reasonable in the morning. She was wrong. In the morning I got petty. I commented on her Instagram post. Great idea, babe. Just scheduled appointments for both of us. You're going first though. Lead by example. And I meant it. Found a licensed examiner. Paid $800. Booked 2 appointments, hers for Saturday, mine for Tuesday. She lost it when I sent her the confirmation email. Thursday morning, my phone rang at work. You can't just schedule something like this without asking me, she shrieked. You literally posted I was taking one without asking me. I'm just following through. I'm not taking a polygraph test. Why not? You have nothing to hide, right? That's not the point. That's exactly the point. I'm canceling it. Can't. Non-refundable deposit. But if you cancel, I'll cancel mine too, and I'll comment publicly that you refused the same test you demanded from me. Silence. Then, you're being a jerk. No. I'm being fair. Saturday. 2 p.m. Downtown examiner's office. She barely spoke all morning. Claimed she had a stomach ache. I told her we could reschedule, but I'd still cancel mine and explain why. We arrived in silence. The examiner, Paul, was professional. Retired law enforcement. Explained the procedure. I'd submitted questions in advance. They were simple. Have you been sexually intimate with anyone else during our relationship? Have you lied to me about where you were or who you were with? Are you hiding anything that could affect our marriage? Bethany went into the testing room. I waited. 2 hours later, Paul called me in. She was sitting pale in the waiting room. Mr. Travis, Paul said. I need to be direct with you. Your fiancé showed significant deceptive responses to multiple questions. My stomach dropped. Which ones? He slid the report over. Question 1. Sexual intimacy with others. Deceptive. Question 2. Lying about whereabouts. Deceptive. Question 3. Hiding things. Major deception. Polygraphs aren't 100%. He said. But this is a clear pattern. I paid the balance and walked out. Bethany was already crying. In the car, she finally spoke. The test is wrong. I told the truth. Bethany, I said. Just tell me. She was quiet. Then she whispered. It was just twice. And it was before we got engaged. Twice? My voice was ice. There's this guy at my office. Cole. There were 2 times. But it was before you proposed. It doesn't count. When before I proposed? Like a month. I stared at her. We had been talking about moving in together. Planning our future. And she was sleeping with Cole. The same Cole she still works with. I chose you, Travis, she said. I said yes after sleeping with him. That should mean something. I almost laughed. You demanded I take a polygraph test to prove I was faithful. And you've been hiding this the whole time. It was 3 years ago. You lied about where you were. The test caught that too. What else did you lie about? She wiped her eyes. Nothing. The test says otherwise. When we got home, I opened my laptop and looked up wedding cancellation policies. She followed me into the office. What are you doing? Seeing what we lose if we cancel. You're not seriously breaking up with me over something that happened 3 years ago that I didn't even have to tell you. You told me because you failed the test you demanded. You only agreed because you were projecting. You probably cheated too. You'll never know, I said, because I'm canceling mine. Wedding's off. There's no point. She started hyperventilating. You can't do this. The venue, the dress, the guests. You should have thought about that before you cheated on me, and then made me prove I hadn't cheated. I'm calling my mother. Go ahead. And that's when things really exploded. Bethany's mom, Diane, showed up within the hour like she was leading a damn intervention team. She brought Bethany's sister Michelle as backup, both of them armed with iced lattes, passive-aggressive energy, and what I can only describe as weaponized sympathy. They didn't even knock. Just let themselves in like it was still Bethany's house. Travis, Diane said, arms folded, lips pursed. We need to talk. Michelle stood beside her, glaring like I'd kicked a puppy. Bethany trailed behind them, puffy-eyed, holding a tissue like a prop. I stood in the kitchen sipping cold brew from a mason jar like a man preparing for trial. Sure, I said, leaning against the counter. Let's talk. Diane dove in like she was addressing a courtroom. Bethany made a mistake. A mistake. Years ago. Before you were even engaged. You're going to throw away your entire future over that? She cheated on me, I said flatly. Twice. With a coworker. And then lied about it for 3 years. That's not a mistake. That's a decision. Michelle stepped forward like she was trying to intimidate me. Men cheat all the time and women forgive them. You're being petty and cruel. And I've never cheated, I said calmly. I was accused without reason. Publicly. Made to take a polygraph. And the only reason we know the truth is because I insisted she go first. Bethany burst into tears again like that was going to short-circuit my logic. I love you, she sobbed. I said yes to you. Doesn't that mean something? It means you settled, I replied. Or Cole wasn't interested in anything serious. She screamed. Literally screamed. A sharp, pitchy shriek that would have triggered car alarms if we were outside. Michelle lunged forward. You jerk! You heartless! Stop, I said, raising my hand. Let me be very clear. The wedding is off. Permanently. Bethany, you need to move out. You can't kick her out, Diane said. This is her home, too. No, I said. It's my house. I bought it 3 years ago. Her name isn't on the deed. She moved in with me. She has no legal claim. Michelle was fuming. You can't just throw her out. I'm not, I said. I'm giving her until next Sunday to pack up and move. If she's not out by then, I'll have her stuff put in storage and send her the invoice. Diane stepped toward me, seething. You'll regret this for the rest of your life. Maybe. I shrugged. But I won't spend the rest of my life wondering what else she lied about. They left, finally. But not before Bethany threw a decorative candle at the wall on her way out. It missed by a foot and shattered. Very on brand. Monday morning, I started canceling everything. The venue? $8,500 non-refundable. Catering? $3,200, gone. Photographer gave me back half. DJ refunded all but $200. Altogether, I lost about $13,000. Bethany's dress? $2,800. On her credit card. Her problem. Bridesmaid dresses? Already paid by her bridesmaids. My tux rental? $150. Cancelled. I wasn't happy, but I was clear. That money was the cost of not marrying someone who would lie to my face for years while preaching transparency. But then, things got messy. Remember that Instagram post? Bethany updated it. Turns out my ex-fiancé couldn't handle being held accountable. Cancelled our wedding because I asked him to be honest. Bullet dodged. No mention of her test. No mention of the failed questions. No mention of cheating. The comments rolled in. You're better off, Queen. He was obviously hiding something. Men are trash. Dodged a red flag. My cousin saw it and texted me. Dude, what happened? I sent her the actual story. Everything. She asked if she could share it, tactfully. I said yes. By that night, a new version was circulating online. Guy's fiancée demanded he take a polygraph test. He agreed, but said she should take one first. She failed. Admitted to cheating. Now she's pretending she dumped him because he couldn't handle honesty. It didn't take long to get back to Bethany. She called me, furious. You told people I cheated? You did cheat. You had no right to tell anyone that. You made a public post implying I was dishonest. All I did was clarify. That's private. So was our relationship. You're the one who made it public. I just made sure the truth got equal airtime. She hung up. 2 days later, I got a call. Unknown number. I answered. Hey, Travis? This is Cole. I nearly laughed. Cole from the office? Yeah. Listen. I heard about what happened. The wedding. Bethany. I just wanted to say. I didn't know you guys were that serious when it happened. I blinked. We'd been dating 2 years. She told me you were casual. That you were seeing other people. I wouldn't have slept with her if I'd known the truth. You did it twice. Yeah, the second time she said you guys were broken up. I let the silence hang. He cracked first. Look, I feel like crap about it. I really do. I didn't know. Does your girlfriend know? Long pause. No. Maybe get ahead of it. Bethany's not exactly quiet. He hung up. Final straw? She updated her Instagram again. Still no accountability. Just vague, heartbroken posts and quotes about toxic men and healing. That's when I got her lawyer's letter. Or rather, her friend pretending to be a lawyer. The email address was at gmail.com, no firm name. No legal formatting. Just, you have caused my client extreme emotional distress and financial hardship. We demand $25,000 or we will sue for defamation. I forwarded it to my actual lawyer. His response? This is laughable. If she sues, we counter for defamation with her own Instagram posts as evidence. I never heard from legal counsel again. Bethany's account went private. Then she deleted the original Polygraph post. Too little, too late. Week 4, Bethany's sister Michelle ran into my sister-in-law at Target. Apparently, Bethany's still telling people I cheated. That I panicked and sabotaged the wedding over nothing. My sister-in-law shut it down. He dodged a bullet. You cheated on him. Bethany reportedly left her cart and walked out of the store. As for me, I sent a mass text to everyone who got an invite. Wedding cancelled. Relationship ended. Sorry for any inconvenience. No explanation needed. Most people responded with support. Some asked what happened. I just said, we discovered we weren't compatible after all. But small circles talk. And the truth always catches up. 6 weeks later, I'm down $13,000. But it's worth every penny. I'd rather be single with clarity than married to someone who can lie to my face for years and then gaslight me into thinking I'm the one with trust issues. She wanted a polygraph. She got the truth. Just not the kind she was expecting. It was a Wednesday when I got a call from my lawyer. He sounded amused. Travis, you're not going to believe this. Your ex's father just called my office. I blinked. Diane's husband? Yep. He demanded we stop spreading lies about his daughter. Said he's gathering evidence to sue you for defamation and character sabotage. Then he accused you of hacking her Instagram. I commented once, on a post about me. He chuckled. That's what I told him. But he doesn't want facts. He wants to intimidate you. He's barking up the wrong tree. Obviously. Just a heads up though, they might try to escalate. Block any unknown numbers. Let me know if anything shows up online that crosses the line. That was the moment I knew Bethany had lost control of the narrative. And now she was desperate. By the end of that week, 2 of her bridesmaids, Ashley and Lena, DM'd me separately. Both started with the same awkward opener. Hey, I know things are complicated, but I just wanted to say I'm sorry. Apparently, Bethany had been laying groundwork for months before the polygraph post. Spreading rumors among her friends that I was distant, suspicious, probably hiding something. She'd even told one of them that she thought I might have someone on the side. She made it seem like you were emotionally cheating at the very least, Ashley admitted. She never gave details, just said your behavior had changed. And you believed her? Ashley hesitated. She was our friend. She sounded so sure. Right. Because if you say something loud enough, often enough, and with enough fake tears, people will believe almost anything. That wasn't insecurity. That was projection. The next night, I got a follow-up message from Ashley. She'd been thinking about our call. I don't want to pile on, but you asked what else she might have lied about. Yeah, I had. Bethany always talked about Cole. Like a lot. We thought it was just because they worked together. But it was weird. Weird how? She used to say stuff like if I'd met him first, or joke about how hot he was. And one time, at a girls' brunch, she said, "Thank God Travis can't read minds," and laughed really hard when Cole's name came up. That gutted me. Because if it was just 2 times, just a mistake, then why the years of obsessing? Why the jokes? Why the preemptive smear campaign? I sat on my couch that night, staring at the ceiling fan, and realized something that chilled me. Bethany didn't cheat and regret it. She cheated. Then built an elaborate mental fortress to protect herself from ever having to feel guilty. Lies stacked like bricks. Justifications painted like murals. Suspicion lobbed at me like a defense mechanism. She didn't want to verify the truth. She wanted to confirm her fantasy, that I was just as bad. So when I made her take the test first, it shattered everything. Her myth. Her shield. Her performance. She panicked. And then came the second Cole incident. His girlfriend DM'd me. Apparently, Cole had confessed, after Bethany reached out to him again. Supposedly to clear the air. But in doing so, she also casually mentioned that he had texted her recently. Cole's girlfriend asked to see the messages. Turns out Cole had texted. Just checking in, he'd said. Thinking about you. Hope you're okay. Harmless enough on the surface. Except Bethany had answered. Flirtatiously. Reopened a channel. Brought up old memories. Cole's girlfriend dumped him the next day. So now, to recap. Bethany cheated twice. Lied about it for 3 years. Demanded I take a polygraph. Failed hers. Blamed me for asking her to take it. Went public with a fake version of events. Dragged her friends into the lie. Tried to sue me. Cost me $13,000. And is now responsible for the breakup of another couple, because she couldn't leave the guy she cheated with the hell alone. And still, she was playing the victim. Week 5, I got another unexpected call. This time? Bethany's boss. Hey, Travis. I know this is awkward, but I thought you should know Bethany listed you as an emergency contact. She didn't come into work today, and we're concerned. Did she say why? She called in sick but sounded off. Crying, barely coherent. Mentioned something about losing everything and being punished for one mistake. I paused. She's safe? Yes. Just wanted you to know in case she reaches out. She didn't. Not directly. But the next day, her Instagram, still private, had a new story up, visible to mutuals. A black screen. White text. Sometimes the people you trust most are the ones who break you the worst. Oh, come on. That was the final push. I scheduled a therapy session. Not for grief. Or sadness. I didn't miss her. I missed who I thought she was. No, I needed therapy for the anger. The sheer injustice of it all. The gaslighting. The projection. The way she stood there sobbing while throwing matches at our future and blaming me for the flames. My therapist asked me one question I'll never forget. Why do you think she wanted you to take a polygraph in the first place? To trap me, I said. Or to level the playing field. That landed hard. Because that's what it was. Bethany wasn't testing me. She was testing herself, by comparison. And when I insisted she go first, she couldn't control the outcome. So she burned it all down and tried to walk away from the ashes looking blameless. Except the truth has a funny way of sticking to you like soot. It's been 5 months since I cancelled the wedding. I live alone now, peacefully. No candle-throwing fiancés. No cryptic Instagram stories. No polygraph examiners on speed dial. Just silence, space, and a fridge I can organize without judgment. Bethany moved back in with her parents after everything collapsed. Word is, Diane made her life hell for embarrassing the family. Not because she cheated, but because she got caught publicly. Diane apparently believes all women deserve their secrets, just not their consequences. As for Cole? Last I heard, he tried to patch things up with his ex, didn't work. She moved out and took the dog. He's not the villain of this story, but he's definitely not the hero either. The fallout came fast and hard. My cousin's anonymous Reddit post caught fire. Bethany swore she'd sue, claimed it violated her emotional image. That's not a thing. My lawyer laughed. Her legal action never happened. Her social media went silent. Private. Deleted half her photos. The polygraph post vanished too, scrubbed like it never existed. But the internet has receipts. Screenshots float in private chats. Everyone knows. Her friends? They split down the middle. Half dropped her. The other half pretended not to know the truth while quietly distancing themselves. I don't blame them. No one likes realizing their girl boss, bestie, was just really good at lying. What I didn't expect was the quiet messages I started getting. From people I didn't even know well. My ex did the same thing. Accused me to cover her tracks. Your story helped me leave a relationship I was doubting for too long. Thank you for showing what accountability actually looks like. I wasn't looking to be anyone's example. I just didn't want to marry a liar. The money still stings. 13 grand gone. But it's a small price to pay compared to a lifetime of second-guessing myself every time she smiled. Every time she left the house. Every time her phone buzzed after midnight. Sometimes I imagine what would have happened if I hadn't said, "You first." If I'd taken the test alone, passed, and never asked her to follow through, I'd be married right now. Probably staring across the dinner table wondering why I always felt like something was off. Now, I feel clear. I feel free. Trust isn't something you test after the engagement. It's something you build brick by brick. And if someone demands you prove your innocence without proving theirs, they've already told you what you need to know. Bethany taught me that. I'll always be grateful she posted that polygraph nonsense. It's the best mistake she ever made. Because it gave me the best $400 truth money could buy. And it saved me from the worst decision of my life. So no, I don't regret anything. Except maybe the candle. That was a nice candle. Would have looked good in my new place. But everything else? Best escape ever.